posting more content, it's not going to fix a broken strategy. So if you're posting consistently and you're not growing, maybe you just need to tweak your strategy a little bit, because I know everywhere online, they always tell you to post more and more. Like I've heard people say that 90 times a month on TikTok. But let's be honest, posting that amount of volume without any kind of strategy and just kind of spewing from the mouth is not going to grow your TikTok account. I mean, it's only going to lead to burnout and quitting, which in the end is not going to help you reach your goals. So why does most content fail to produce the results that people are looking for? And one of the reasons is that you're not giving your opinion. People love to get your opinion on certain matters. And that's really all it takes a lot of times. If you have a strong polarizing opinion, then that's going to help your content grow a lot more than if you're just kind of reporting on something that you know about, right? Don't just report, but give your opinion and be polarizing, right? And what I mean is like take a stance on, be on one side, not on both sides. And that's going to help your content a lot more. The next thing is that most content doesn't have like an angle or an edge. Like what kind of things have you accomplished in your life that gives you this kind of like this insight on the matter that most other people don't have on that specific topic that you're talking about. For example, maybe you are making basketball training content and you kind of have some weird shooting form. So you're going to teach people kind of this new trick that helps you make more shots, and it's what you do, and it's not traditionally what is taught when people are teaching you how to shoot. And that is going to give your content the edge, right? It's YouTube. So it's about you. So whatever you can bring to the table in your content is going to help your content stand out and just make it more relatable to people that are, like you, similar like you, like in the basketball training world, when I was making basketball training content, there was a lot of people doing it. And some people, they liked those other trainers better because maybe they were just like them. But some people liked me the best, and they thought that I was the best on YouTube for basketball content because they related to me. So that's all I'm trying to say is my edge was that I was a shooter. Okay, so I would create a lot of shooting content, and people that related to that, then they liked my content. Find your edge and utilize that edge to create good content. The next mistake that people make in their content is that they have no outcome. Like there should be an outcome to every video. So by watching this video, by the end of this video, you're going to learn X, Y, and Z, and you're going to be able to do X, Y, and Z, because what people want, and not just in content, but in products and courses and everything, is they want a transformation. So every time you sit down to create a piece of content, ask yourself, what is the transformation that the viewer is going to get from this video? Another big mistake people make in their content is their content goes all over the place. Every single piece of content should have like one job. You don't want to make your content like so broad, it doesn't even identify with like one kind of archetype or one kind of avatar type of person. If you're talking about 5 different topics in one video, the YouTube algorithm and just the algorithms in general are not really going to know who to show that video to. Instead, it's going to confuse the algorithm. When you have a video about snowboarding and surfing, maybe basketball, all in one video, it's like, who do I show this video to? But if it's a bobsledding video and there's somebody out there that watches all kinds of bobsled videos, the algorithm will recommend that video to them. And of course, you've heard that your channel needs to be kind of niched down to one kind of topic, main topic, and there can be subtopics under that, of course. But what you don't want to do is have your channel be about 10 different things. What you'd rather do is you'd rather have your channel be about one thing, and then you kind of use 10 different ways that all kind of teach the same thing but in different ways. Maybe one is like one video is a really good story of some evidence that you went through, a case study of a client or something like that. Another one's an educational piece where you're sitting down, sharing your screen and going step by step. Another one, maybe you're ranting about a certain thing in the industry, telling people you got to do it like this, you got to do it like this. But you're saying the same thing. You're teaching the same thing in every video. You're just kind of doing it in a different way. And that's what we've seen the best content creators do. Like take, for example, 𝐈𝐧𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐦, right? He talks about productivity on his channel. He teaches you the same thing, how to be more productive, but he does it in a bunch of different ways through frameworks and stories and lessons. And it seems to work, right? People really love his channel. And this brings me to my next point, which is clarity. Don't make it more complicated for the person so they come here and now they're even more confused than they were before. I'm a basketball coach, and with my team, I try to provide as much clarity as possible on what we need to do to win. Of course, there's a million different things we could focus on in this play and this zone defense and this and that. what are the main things in your industry that your channel's about, in your niche, that you can just hammer. Teach those over and over again and bring clarity, because what are you trying to do really in the end is you're trying to help people get that transformation, get those results, so that eventually they'll know, like, and trust you, and they'll buy from you. But it doesn't happen without clarity. Stop confusing your viewers, provide clarity, and your content should start doing better. All right, I hope you guys liked that video. If you did, please go ahead and check out another one of my videos on my channel. Here we talk about content creation, online business, and a little bit of self-development. If that sounds like you, then go ahead and check out that video right now, and I hope to see you guys in that video.